about the contingency approach. Now what this starts to introduce, lots of things you've all talked about. We've focused on the leader and the person quite a lot until now. What the contingency approach starts to do is introduce into the mix your setting, your circumstances. And they look at it in two ways. This is Blake and Moot, again, if you ever want to look it up, where they look at how much attention do you pay to people in all of this. So is your attention to people low or high? And to what extent are you task orientated? Is that low or high? And so what you might do is find that your approach as a leader is contingent on those two factors, the people and the task. And so to what degree are they equally important, or is there a balance in there? And do you need to adjust your approach as a leader within that? And so what they talk about is, depending on where you fall on the grid, a team contingency approach is with high consideration on the people side and high consideration on the task side. There could be task approach, which is very much on the task and less on the people. What they call the service style is where your concern is much more about people and relationships and less on the task. So whatever you do, you don't want to damage that. And then the impoverished leadership approach is where you're not really considering either of those in a high way. So just before coffee, I encourage you to get in. If you want to mix up, by the way, feel free. Don't feel you've got to stay in the same groups the whole time. Could you just have a discussion before coffee, just on when might it be appropriate to be either in the task or the service style? Can you think of any circumstances or examples where you've had to take a contingent approach, where you've had to focus more on the task or more on the people, and why?